I thought Renegade is a positive side of that, and I think the best is yet to come. I mean, even like the keyboards initially, when I was here before, when some interview I did, I said Darren was just going to be like a ghost member, but now he's become a permanent member, and because he is so good on the keyboards, he keeps pushing forward and getting spots on it, so I think, the best is yet to come.
Well, hold on, to go back to guitars for a second, you mentioned Brian Robertson and you mentioned Gary Moore. Snowy White has taken a lot of the writing credits on this album as well. Is he that much an important member of the band that he's a permanent member for the next however many years?
No, he's only down for two, which you co-wrote with me, so...
Yeah.
I mean, he can write, but Scott did a lot more of the writing on this than he's ever done on any of the other albums.
All right, well, explain me to this one. If Darren is such an important member of the band, why isn't he on the cover? That's his hand on the cover, right?
Yeah, that's his arm on the cover, I don't know. It was just a mess up with the record, the big bad record company. We were in such a rush to get the album out, somebody forgot to tell the record company that we were a 5-piece.
Did you miss the photo session, Darren?
No, I didn't actually, but it was just one of those things, I mean, the last 2 years have been so good for me anyway. I mean, naturally I was upset.
Don't mind, I mean, it was great.
Well, you played plenty of dates in Ireland before with Lizzy, but at the time, as Philip said, you were just...
for a week.
You were just playing the keyboards on stage, you weren't a member of the band, and now you're a full-time member. Do you see yourself as Philip sees you?
As what?
As a full-time member of the band.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always felt, I always told people I was a member anyway.
Well, are you offering anything to the songs in the studios, or is it just a sort of a live thing for you?
Oh no, I mean, I was there from the beginning of Renegade. Really, that's my first proper major Lizzy album.
What?
And where were you before that?
Well, I used to work in a studio in Manchester, and I used to do a lot of sessions around Manchester and work around all the local bands in there.
What about the cabaret circuit?
Oh, the cabaret circuit, yeah, well, that was when I was 15, so I try and keep this...
Well, the Renegade...
They slagged me down for this.
The Renegade LP was supposed to be called Living Out Somebody Else's Dream. Was that the original title for the Renegade album?
I'm not sure. I know I had a song called Living Out Somebody Else's Dream, which is now on the solo album, but I'm not sure if we were going to do that as or call it that. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember at one stage we were going to do a concept album, and what it was, we were going to call the album Trouble Boys.
The Billy Bremner single thing.
Yeah, and because it wasn't a hit, then it all got changed.
So what about these live tracks that we have here, which we're going to play in a few minutes' time? We've been playing them for the past few weeks. These are from the Hammersmith Odeon in London on a recent tour.
Yeah, actually, the BBC recordings, because we did it for the BBC, and but they gave us the rights to use them, so I took them over and gave them to you.
Yeah, and the solo album as well, which is Fatalistic Attitude, which will be out when?
I don't know, because Yellow Pearl was a hit, and we didn't want to release my album at the same time as the Lizzy album. They held back on the album, so I'd say about April, May.
Right. April, May. So, well, now, hold on. Before we even talk about that, before we go into the musicians and the tracks as well, there's one or two things I want to say about one of the tracks that we played in the programme. I think we're going to do something else entirely different. We're going to play a live track from Thin Lizzy, from the Renegade album, from the ones from the Hammersmith. But first of all, I think we're going to take a news headlines, which we didn't take at midnight, and I think we're going to go over to Kate Smith sometime around now.